Our topic that we're going to be talking about today is anxiety. Basically, what anxiety is your body's natural response to stress. It's the feeling of fear or apprehension about what's to come. There are multiple types of anxiety. There's obsessive compulsive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder.
Some common symptoms of general anxiety include increased heart rate, rapid breathing, restlessness, trouble concentrating, and difficulty falling asleep. Anxiety feels different for each person, so all these feelings can vary. And an anxiety attack is when an individual experiences a feeling of overwhelming worry, distress, and fear. Anxiety attacks vary based on the person who's experiencing it, and common symptoms include feeling faint or dizzy, shortness of breath, dry mouth, sweating, chills or hot flashes, restlessness, distress, and fear. Anxiety attacks share a lot of the same symptoms as panic attacks, but they're not the same thing.
It is important that we talk about anxiety because mental health is an issue that many people struggle with. Anxiety disorders are the most common mental illness in the U.S. Around 40 million adults in the U.S. struggle with anxiety. These disorders are treatable, yet only 36.9% of those who have anxiety disorders receive treatment. It is crucial that we learn about signs and symptoms of anxiety and rid the stigmas of mental disorders in order for people to receive proper treatment. Especially with finals coming up for many students, talking about mental health issues, tips, and treatment options could be beneficial.
Some facts about anxiety that you should know. Anxiety is the most common form of emotional disorder that can affect anyone at any time in their life, regardless of age. Women are also more likely than men to be diagnosed with anxiety. There are many natural remedies that can be effective in relieving day-to-day anxiety. The easiest out of all of these is to simply get enough sleep. This will make you feel rejuvenated in the morning and sets you up for a positive day. Should you be diagnosed with anxiety and don't want to take anti-anxiety medication, you should consider meditating, eating a healthy diet, staying active, and exercising. Simply avoiding alcohol, caffeine, cigarettes, and other drugs will help eliminate some anxiety in a positive way. Anxiety often goes hand in hand with depression. Anxiety can also be a symptom of clinical depression and vice versa as well. To directly combat both illnesses, many people seek psychotherapy or counseling, where they speak to a trained therapist who helps people deal with their condition. It is very common for children to experience anxiety as well. According to Healthline, 1 in 8 children will cope with feelings of anxiety. How children deal with their anxiety is a direct result of the parent's coping skills. Therefore, if the parent is able to deal with their anxiety in a positive way, so will the child. People can deal with stress and anxiety in very different ways. For some people, it can actually boost their productivity or motivation instead of having a negative impact on them. It is when these anxious symptoms become chronic that people's anxiety interferes with their daily lives.
Methods to control anxiety. There are ways to treat and prevent your anxiety from flaring up. One way of doing this is through counseling sessions. Counseling is a great coping mechanism for a lot of people. There are different types of counseling sessions, and each session is particular to the person being helped. Some powerful forms of self-treatment include stress management tactics, relaxation techniques, exercise, and developing a strong social support. There are also a wide variety of medications people who struggle with anxiety can take. The most common antidepressants used by patients include Prozac, Zoloft, Lexapro, and Paxil.